Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in this video we are going to talk about Google Spreadsheets that I create for my clients when I onboard them to manage their leads. I know a lot of you guys have been requested me to do that for some time now, and you all been asking how do I create the sheet and how do I track everything. So here I'm going to explain you everything, how I track the leads, how I track their sales, appointments, and all the things. And also this spreadsheet is going to be, let's say, one-stop solution for your client leads. Okay, so you can manage everything here and you don't have to have advanced softwares to manage other things. Okay, so we'll start with the lead sheet first, and so in this sheet it's just basically like going to be Facebook leads. We are going to track our leads. So timestamp is basically the time of the lead generation. Let's say if the lead was generated today, so this will also show here that this lead was generated today. Name, customer name, phone, email, street address, and zip code. So these are the basic information that you are going to need while running a lead gen campaign for any niche. Okay, it doesn't matter what niche you are in, you are going to need these basic information. But now let's say you are in some niches where you are going to need to know if they are a homeowner or not. So you can just ask them this question: are you a homeowner, or just simply homeowner? And they can either say yes or no. Okay, other thing is I have a solar niche. We work with solar clients, so I ask this question about their average monthly utility bill. So I will just ask electricity bill, and also I can ask about their credit score. Any other question that you want to add, you can definitely go ahead and add in here to track that question as well. You can also put a little notes here, and every time there is going to be an update on the leads, ask your clients to update that in the sheet itself. So you can keep a track of everything, all the leads, how are they performing, how many appointments they are booking, and whatnot. Now we'll move on to the next tab, which is going to be the legends. Legends are basically the coloring scheme which I use personally for my clients to track their leads and the performance, so that by looking at these legends or these colors, you can just get an idea of what's going on. So red is basically not interested and disqualifying the leads. Yellow is basically appointment has been booked and the client is moving forward with sales or close. The green is when the deal is closed and they have already made the sale, so you can go ahead and mark it green. Purple, or you can also use pink here to follow up. Let's say if customer called a lead and the lead is saying that they will be available probably about 2 days from now, so you can just go ahead and mark that purple. So I ask my clients to do that because it makes things easier for me to track everything from my end. But if you want, you can ask the update. You can get the updates from your client and update this yourself. Now we'll move on to the daily report. Daily report is going to be very important because you want to keep a track of everything, and also your client is not going to track the leads and the ads on his ad account. So what you have to do, you have to create this daily report where you can track all the spending, all the leads, what is going to be the cost per lead, and also this sheet is really important to track or to make your report. Okay, so I use this table to track all my spendings and all my leads. I use formula here to make sure that it's getting done automatically and I don't have to do it manually. However, I have to manage the appointment booking. Here I have to write that down manually because appointments are being booked manually, so I have to keep a track of it. And then the percentage is basically you can divide that by the total number of leads, and you can then apply the percentage formula. So I'm going to explain a little bit more here how you can use this formula to track this sheet. If you already are aware of these formulas and how to use that, you can skip the video and move on to the next tabs, but I'm going to explain how I'm going to use this formula. So date is basically dates, all the dates where you are going to be tracking these leads. So let's say today is 13th or 14th of March. So yeah, this is going to be the today's date. Amount spent, you spent about $25 today, $35 today. So make sure that you are using this format here, which is going to be your currency, and it should be in your dollar. So custom currency, go back to custom currency and select here dollars, US dollars, and once you select that, apply, and any other number that you are going to update here is going to be tracked as US dollars. So I'm just going to give you an example of how I apply my formulas. Let's say we got about 2 leads on the first day, 3 leads, 4 leads, 2 leads, 3 leads, whatever it is, right? It's a random number, you don't have to worry about that. And in cost per lead, what you can do, you can just do a quick formula here, is equal to this divided by this. So you can track your cost per lead, and then it's going to tell you auto suggestion. So you can just click that and it will track all your cost per leads every single day. So let's say that you spent $75 here and you got 5 leads, and it's going to update your cost per lead here. That's how I track all the leads, all the cost per lead. So now we come to this one, this report. How are you going to spend the total spend without doing it manually. There is a simple formula for this one. Total spend is equal to, just go ahead and do this sum, and then just go ahead and click this one, and you can see you can track all the spendings and in real time. If you want to spend more money, let's say you spend about $56 next day, it will keep tracking everything. You can see it's updating in real time. It's very helpful for me and also for my clients, and I don't have to do that manually, so it's a very big relief for me. Every time there is amount to spend that's been updated here, it tracks everything automatically here, right? And that's the same thing we can do for the leads. We can do is equal to sum, and we can just go ahead and track all the leads here, so that every time there is going to be lead, it will just track automatically every time here. So now we'll come to appointment book. So this is something that you'll have to ask your client, like on every single day, like how many appointments was booked, how many people you talked to, right? So let's say out of 41 appointments, they were able to book about 7. So now percentage, you are going to calculate the total percentage of the appointments that have been booked out of 41 leads. So what you are going to do, you are going to just do this divided by this, and there's already a percentage formula. But usually what happens, this tab, you can just go ahead and first of all divide that number, and then just go to the format and go to the numbers, and then I can just select the percentage. It's going to calculate the exact percentage of the appointment, the ratio that is being booked. So right now we are booking appointments at a rate of 17%. That means if you increase that number to 10, we are booking at least at 24%. Okay, so cost per appointment is basically going to be how much money you have been spending and how much leads you've been getting. So we are tracking cost per appointment. So what we are going to do, we are just going to do the simple math here, is equal to divide this using this. So now our cost per appointment is $68.60. So now the total sales, this is also something that your client has to tell you. So let's say out of 10 appointments you were able to book 2 sales. So the conversion rate is basically going to be the same thing. You are going to apply the percentage formula here. You see it's already there. So just go ahead and divide this by total number of amount that has been spent, appointment that has been booked out of the total number of leads. So you have to track everything from the total number of leads that has been generated. Not the total number of appointment that has been booked is also going to be tracked using total number of leads, and total number of sales is also going to be tracked out of all the leads that has been generated. Okay, so the lead is definitely going to be your one identifier, and you are going to get the conversion rate about 4.88. The cost per lead is basically the same thing. You are just going to divide this sale with your total amount spending. You have to divide this using this. So cost per sale is $343. So this is how I track. I make the report for my clients, and this is more of an automated report. You just have to update the appointment that has booked and the sale that has been made, and these are the only 2 changes that you have to do on your end to make sure that your report is being updated and it's being tracked properly. Okay, so we'll now move on to the next one, and which is monthly report. If you want to add a few more columns here, do not forget to do that. You can also add link clicks. I usually track link clicks as well, like how many people are clicking on my link. And if you want to add a few more metrics here, you can definitely go ahead and do that. But this is the basic, like the simplest form of metrics that you can track and you can use to make this report. Now in the monthly report, we are going to track our budget, our total number of amount spent. Let's say in month of February 23, our budget was about $5,000 and we spent about $4,800. Our total leads was about 200, and our cost per lead was about, you can also put the formula here. Okay, yeah. So I think it was taking 4800 as a text, and I think you're also going to change it here. Just change the format here to US dollars, and I think it will be easier for you to track. You don't have to put that dollar signs. It will automatically take anytime you're going to update a number. So you can also track everything here for every single month, and your client can actually see how much you are spending and how much is your budget. You can ask your client every single month. Let's say for March 23, your client says, yeah, campaign was really good, so let's go with $10,000. So you can just go ahead and update that here, and now you can spend more money and you can produce more leads, which is going to be more sales. So these are the few things that are not necessary: important links, target locations, and company's detail. I do add that in order to make this a complete list, like complete sheet, so that I don't have to go anywhere to find any of the details. So important links, you can basically put anything, store any link here that is going to be important for this campaign. So landing page is one thing that if you're using a landing page, you should have your landing page here, link here, so that you can check it every time, or your client can access to that link. He can check his landing page anytime he wants. And the company's website, if there is a website for your client's company, you can also use that link or put that link here. If there is any other link that you want to use or you have, definitely you can go ahead and write these names and also put the links just in front of them. So this makes things very easier for you as well as for your clients. and this is going to be the target location. So this is like, something I have created, include and exclude. You don't have to do that. You can just go ahead and make one tab for state, county, cities, and zip codes. So you can see here Texas all. That means this client that I'm going to work. This is a sample sheet, so this doesn't mean anything. But let's say your client wants to target entire Texas, so you can go ahead and write Texas all. If there are some counties which he wants to target, you can just write those counties' name here. Make sure you are not writing everything in a single row. You can use different rows, different columns to write these down. And if let's say you have a different location, so just create these boxes like these, and you can it will keep everything organized and it will look nice. So that's why, there's no other reason. So let's say if you want to target New Jersey as well, NJ here, and you have few counties that you want to target, so you can just go ahead and write them all down here. This will just make things, or these sheet looks very clean and good and organized, right? And now the last thing would be company's detail. I also try to add the company's detail here, so that in case if I need the phone number, in case if I need email, in case if I need to know what are they offering, I can just pull everything from this spreadsheet. That's all the information that I have here, and I think this is a very simple yet effective tool. I simply love Google Spreadsheet because it's very easy to use and it's very effective, and you can carry it anytime, anywhere, right? Because you just have to open a link and you can have access to all the things that you are working on. So let's say you are working on a campaign, you can just access this sheet, and if you need any information, everything is going to be here, right? So that's why I have tried to include as many things or as many tabs as possible, so that you can store all the information here. And even if there is something more that you want to add, it's just going to be your choice. You can add more tabs here, you can add more information here. But yeah, I think that's all you are going to need if you're running a lead gen campaign. And yeah, just do not forget to share it with your client. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop this link for this spreadsheet in the description. You can go ahead and make a copy, and you can rename it to your client's name. Do not forget to customize it according to your need. And if you have any question, you can also drop that into the comment, or also you can reach out to me personally, and I'll be very much happy to answer. Thank you. Have a good day, and do not forget to like, subscribe, and comment.